guys, and welcome to Storytime. It's World Read Aloud Day. So today we are going to read the story of Una by Kelly DiPuccio, and the pictures are by Raisa Figueroa. This is a pretty cool book. Every day should be World Read Aloud Day, right? This book has beautiful pictures. Look, that's Una. Una was sweet and a little bit salty, like the ocean where she lived. She was also brave and curious, like most treasure hunters. When Una was just a baby, no bigger than a scallop, she chased a pearl into the mouth of a whale. Can you be like Una? Chase that pearl into the mouth of a whale. Move those arms. Lucky for her, she popped right back out. As the years passed, Una found bigger treasure and even bigger trouble. It's a good thing she has Otto. You see Otto? Let's meet him. Una rescued Otto from an oyster net when he was just a pup. She taught him tricks like sit, roll over, and walrus. I bet you may teach your pet tricks just like that, huh? And her favorite trick was pufferfish. Can you look like a pufferfish too? Una and Otto searched for treasure nearly every day. They uncovered keys and coins and buttons and bottles. Sometimes they even found lost gold. That's pretty fantastic. Look at all their treasures. And sometimes lost glasses. Oh, they're looking cool in the ocean. But there was one special treasure Una could never quite reach. I wonder what it was. The crown. It was extra sparkly in a way that made Una's heart thump. You know what that's like? Can you feel your heart thump? But the crown was stuck deep in the rift, and not a pole or a pail or the sticky stick of a snail could get it unstuck. Still, Una was determined. Her next plan was a good one. She knocked the crown loose. Unfortunately, the current shifted. The lobster crate and rock drifted, and the squid, well, you can see for yourself. It's hard to say who was more surprised when the water cleared, Una or the shark. Oh, look at her face. Look at his face. Let me see your surprised face. That's a good one. Her third plan most definitely would have worked if the crabs hadn't been so crabby and the waves hadn't been so wavy. Can you do that? Or the waves do. And if that long ship plank hadn't bumped her on the head hard before the greedy rift gobbled it up too. My goodness, there's a lot going on. Poor Una. This was getting personal. She shouted into the pit, "You can keep your dumb crown. I quit." Have you ever felt like that? It's just getting too difficult. You just wanted to give up. Well, generally speaking, mermaids are not quitters. But at this point, one could hardly blame her. Instead of looking for treasure with Otto, Una napped on the rocks with the sea lions. Sometimes you do just need a nap, right? She drew pictures in the sand with the starfish. Can you draw a star? A star. and she read from her favorite glass bottles with her land friends. All of this would have been perfectly fine, except Una wasn't perfectly fine. Clearly, she was missing her spark. And a mermaid without her spark is like a seagull without an appetite. Unnatural. A seashell washed ashore. Una studied it thoughtfully. Look at her looking at that seashell. Gave her an idea. Sometimes that happens. You'll look at something. Aha! She got to work. The next day, Una peered nervously into the rift. Why did it look so much deeper and scarier than she remembered? Otto pretended to be a narwhal, making Una laugh. Admittedly, the new treasure hunting goggles she'd invented were funny looking, but they were also her best shot at reaching the crown. She dove to the bottom of the murky rift. That's when Una noticed something she couldn't see from above. A bridge made from a crate, a rock in the very same plank that had plunked her on the head, and it led straight to the crown. But what was that rumbling sound? It grew louder and louder. The ocean floor shook and the water around Una churned into a thick stew of swirling sand and sea creatures she couldn't see. She felt trapped. Would the hungry rift gobble her up too? Let's see. Through the commotion, Una could hear something else in the distance. It was faint but comforting and familiar, the well. Una sang along until the rumbling stopped and the water cleared. Finally, this was her chance. Una held her breath. You take a deep breath in. Let it out. Ready, steady, aim, clink! Hooray! Look at that. What's on the end of that? Is that the crown? We did it, Una cheered, placing the crown on her best friend. It really is beautiful, she gushed. But these, Una said excitedly, holding up her new goggles. You make goggles? These are spectacular, Otto agreed, because sometimes the best treasure in the world isn't found, it's made. That's fantastic. That's a great story. Perhaps you could make something today. If you'd like, you can stop by the library and you can pick up one of our make and take or take and make kits and create something wonderful at home. Be sure to share it with me. I hope you guys have a great day and let me know what you're going to read aloud today. See you later.